I could so easily just lose track of time listening to this music. Hey guys, MasaeAnela here, and welcome back to another episode of Okami. In the last episode, we poked around this place, the Dragonian Palace, or Dragon Palace rather. I keep wanting to say Dragonian Palace, but it's actually just straight up Dragon Palace. Whatever, both work I guess. And in this episode, we're actually going to meet the dragon in question because our next destination is his stomach, which is great. All right, come on, sweetheart, let me in. You've got a shell amulet? Yes, I do. Forgive my rudeness, you may pass. Haha, here we go. Head on in and let's become lunch. So there's not much in here at first glance, but that's horrifying. That is just absolutely terrifying. What the? It's that pesky water dragon. How many times did that rampaging sea monster almost finish us off? Once, honestly. So it makes its home here, eh? That's one huge, nasty looking mouth on that thing. Think we really could go in there and come back out alive? Well, that's the plan anyway. I mean, we're not talking about the Emperor's stomach here. I mean, a stomach is a stomach, right? We went into the Emperor and we came out okay. I'm sure it'll be fine, Isun. You worry too much. It's not like we're going into certain death or anything like that. So we have a few clams while we're outside of the dragon still. We have two here and then one up on the sledge. And this one is the important one because we get a stray bead out of it. That honestly just really is not pretty. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the inside of a yawning hamster's mouth. Does it not? Okay, hamsters yawning is the most terrifying thing, just so you know. Well, here we are. We are inside the dragon, and as surprise as it may be, it's gorgeous in here. Well, here we are. This is the water dragon's stomach, huh? Is it just me, or is it unbearably hot and humid in here? Ew. With the way this dragon is running amok, I'm sure we'll see all sorts of gruesome things down here. I just hope I don't lose my lunch. Think we're really gonna find that dragon orb in here, Ami? Okay, he says that he's about to lose his lunch over this. This place is gorgeous! Look at this! Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it would be different if you're actually there and having to, I don't know, smell the bile slash, you know, feel that hot and sticky air sticking to you and making you sweat and whatever, but just looking at it visually, it's actually beautiful. I love this area and I love walking through it. It's one of those places where I can just sit in and stare at, and I really wouldn't mind visiting this, you know, aside from the whole becoming lunch bit. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so we're gonna hop across. There are a lot of treasures here, none of which are actually important, so don't worry about it if you miss anything. It's all selling fodder and nothing that's going to like ruin your game if you miss it or whatever. But it is worth mentioning that we can only come here once. So if you do want to get all of the clams, make sure you get them all on your first run. Alright, so most of them are honestly on the path anyway, so you're not going to be searching as it may be. You know what, I'm gonna check my equipment. Okay, I only have two. Oh no, I have all of it. I'm gonna take off that peace spell because I need some money. I do not come in peace. Masae is not peaceful. And besides, it is time to poop my way around. Heck yes! Alright, I'm pleased. I'm very pleased about this. Your floral finisher is moot because I just hit you by accident. Alright, here we go. Finish you off. And what is yours? It's a power slash, I think. And again, it doesn't matter because my beads just slam too fast. Oh, that flower is pretty. I like that flower. That flower is very nice. Alright, head on through, and it kind of opens up a little bit here. We do have a clam on this lonely pillar. Grab the vengeance slip. Can I get across? Okay, good. I thought I might have been too far. You know what's great? Pooping is great. I love pooping, especially when you're a dog and you can just piss everyone off and disgrace everyone. It feels really weird to have under 100,000 yen. I'm not used to being this poor anymore. Gee, the ability to actually get rid of my bodily waste sure was expensive. Alright, and I fell down. You know, that was a gigantic platform and I still missed somehow. Alright, let's actually make this jump this time. There. Pop this open for a steel fist sake. And now if we jump all the way down here, there is an arrow that we can grab. Bite, and now we can head back. This place isn't gigantic, honestly. It is not that large, and it's not difficult. Put it that way. Which, you know, I'm kind of down for that because my sense of direction is awful. So a little bit of an easy time navigating is welcome in my book. Double jump up, and I think we're okay, except we do have this over here. Crack this open for an exorcism slip. And here we have another Bury clam. Pick this up before it disappears for a pearl. This place is just gorgeous. I just keep looking around and looking at everything in here, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I don't mind doing this run through. It is pretty linear, but shrug. It's linear, but shrug. Come on, do your spout thing. Thank you. Water spout yourself up here, and we'll get a treasure chest with a crystal inside. Not to mention a human skull. I don't like that. I'm sure neither did the human. Drop down, and we saw it for like half a second, but buried by this tree is another clam. Okay, here we go. Yes, incense. More selling fodder. Jump over this, and then we do have a saving mirror here, which is nice. Just in case you might want to save your game partway through. And at this point, this might look a little bit familiar to you. This particular pathway, if you're kind of sharp, you might realize that we've seen very similar geography before. But before I get into that, let's come in here and see what is up. What's that? It's all tangled up in all this flabby stomach tissue. Or muscle. Looks like a glass ball or something. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Wait a sec. I wonder if it's what? Water dragon sure doesn't want to give it up. Must be something really important. Gee, I wonder what it might be. It won't budge. That water dragon sure doesn't want to give this thing up. Must be something really important. So, if you would like to know, I love this area, but I'm also heavily disappointed in it as well. So, you know how I ranted for a little bit about how the Dragon Palace is just Sasa Sanctuary reskinned? This is also a reskinned area, and it's such a shame. It's so pretty, and the concept is great, and it's so lovely. Look at the freaking crystals and the color palette, and everything is so cool. You come in here, you have all of this icky stomach acid. There's just so much good here, and so much great design and good atmosphere. But it's just a flipped version of Hana Valley. It is 100% just a flipped version of Hana Valley, and it makes me upset. I feel like they could have done something really awesome with this concept and with this design and this color palette. I think it would have been really, really cool if they did something unique. But as the case may be, they ran out of time, it was too difficult, yada yada yada, and then we ended up with essentially reskinned areas. It's really unfortunate, and again, it makes me sad because I really would have loved to see a really grand version of the Dragon Palace and inside the Water Dragon. Make this be an actual dungeon, you know? I mean, not to say that I have a great opinion of inside body dungeons. I'm looking at you, Jabu Jabu. But my point is still just like, it could have been so pretty. I mean, it is pretty, but it could have been so cool and so unique, and it just kind of falls a little bit short in that way, and it's just a bit of a shame. But that's not to say that I don't enjoy playing this area, because I absolutely do. It's lovely, and I honestly just don't mind hanging out here and listening to the music and just looking at all the prettiness that is abound everywhere. But definitely could have had a few more strong points, which is unfortunate, but what you're gonna do. I'm happy with what we have been given. Yes, but thanks to you, the whole place is covered in this red liquid. We're gonna get digested alive if you keep fooling around like that. Isun, I know what I am doing. And on that note, this room right here, if you look at it closely, this is where the Guardian Sapling is in Hana Valley. So it really is just like, you get to the end, you get the big ol' important part, and then, you know, the red liquid is dissolving that muscly stuff. Good thinking, Furball. You're smarter than you look, but you gotta apply more. The glass ball's not out yet, except it is. You obtained the Dragon Orb. Nice work, Ami. We finally got that Dragon Orb. Now we should be able to break the barrier on Oni Island. Once Himiko locates the island on her crystal ball, the enemy's stronghold will be totally exposed. Boy, you sure had a hard time pulling that orb out. I wonder if the dragon's gonna be okay. He's kind of bleeding internally now, so I have no clue. I mean, we got the orb, no use sticking around here. What the heck? Are these the vengeful spirits of the people the dragon gobbled up? No, wait. These aren't spirits. That weird color can only mean one thing. Foxfire. Here we go! It's boss fight time, and this boss fight is essentially a bunch of regular enemies. Well, I guess not regular enemies, but they're basically just a bunch of dogs coming at you super fast. And speaking of super fast, they are super fast, so try to stay out of their way. If you want to be cheap about this fight, what you can do is come in here, drop an Exorcism Slip, and this is a one-hit kill on all of them. See, they're just down and out for the count. That's a one-hit kill, but there are more that we can fight. So if you don't want to do that, then you don't have to. Another option is that you can do like one medium and then follow up with a small if you would prefer, and that is also That will also finish them off really, really quickly. Oh, that did not work. You know what? Back up. Back up, both of you. Please? 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 Just... Thank you. I'm taking some hits. Their floral finisher, yes, they do actually have a floral finisher, is Power Slash. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I hate these little bullets that they got, though. Occasionally, they will start sucking the ink out of you, and if you notice that your ink is slowly decreasing, then all you gotta do is hit them, and then they'll stop sucking it out of you. That sounds real weird, but there's no better way of putting it, to be honest. Here we go. Please don't. I really don't want to take any damage. Here we go. No, I could just use a small exorcism slip, and I think we'd be good. Oh, you know what? That might be actually a real good idea right now. I have 20 of them. There we go. Keep that running so that I don't have to deal with the other one coming out of nowhere. There we go. I wonder if I can finish you off with some poop. Can I do that? You want to come? Oh no, he's gonna stay far away. It's fine. Beggars can't be choosers. Heck yeah! Good time, good damage. We got the fox rods! Remember those being brought up? It's been a while. What the heck was that? It was kind of freaky. It looked like a bundle of bamboo tubes or something. I know, I bet those are the fox rods that Busty Babe wanted. You know, that ultimate weapon against the Dark Lord. Ack, I knew it. You should have tried to pull that orb out more gently. I don't think there was anything gentle about that. I'm too young to be digested. Let's get out of here. Okay, well, it's time to skedaddle really fast. And, okay, this feels really intense, and I will give them that it really feels urgent, especially with the timer in the bottom corner. But I'll just tell you straight up, if you run out of time, as per usual, all it does is reset you back to, you know, before you ran out of time. It's basically just like, oh, hey, you know, I guess you were too slow. Here's your attempt number 2/3/4/5, however many times it takes. So I guess God gets as many attempts as she wants, I suppose. But it honestly does not take very long at all to get out of this area. You should have more than enough time. If you're feeling nervous about it, you actually can slow down the timer with this ability. Very, very slightly, but it does go just like a couple frames slower or whatever. See, it's very, very much slower, but you really don't need to. Water dragon. It's dead. Now what are we supposed to do? We have the dragon aura, but no water dragon for it to control. No matter how hard Himiko tries to locate Oni Island, without that dragon, there's no way we can break the barrier. Hey, something's coming. Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. I'm afraid there's no time left for me to speak now, but I do need to thank you. What for? And who are you anyway? I am King Wada. The 27th King of the Dragonians. King of the Dragonian? So then you were that water dragon? It was I, the water dragon, god of the sea, ruler of the deep. O great god Amaterasu, as you well know, there are ill omens heralding the coming of great strife throughout Nippon. Even the Dragonians have suffered under the forces of darkness. They seek to prevent me from using my power, the power to break the barrier that protects Oni Island. I waged battle against the Dark Lord and consumed the dark instrument he wielded. But the instrument lodged in my stomach and drove me to madness. Instrument of the Dark Lord? You mean this thing? Yes, the fox rods. Without the fox rods, the Dark Lord has limited power. Now all of the monsters are doing everything they can to locate them. I see. They're like a key to his power or something. I can rest easy knowing they are in your hands, Amaterasu. I also ask that you give my wife, Otohime, the dragon orb. It is the heart of the dragon. It will bring peace to my people. Alas, my end is near. I have slain many innocents while in the grip of madness. I pray that their souls may rest in peace in these watery depths. These deep blue waters the people of Ryoshima Coast so dearly love. Farewell, Amaterasu. I shall pray for your good fortune.